This is Good Morning San Diego.
Let's get a check with Mark. We've got him for the weekend shows.
Good morning.
Hi,
And
Mark.
what a day you get to meet Paul from Paul's Paella.
That's
I
right.
pulled in the gate and I rolled down. Tommy was there, and I rolled down my window. I said, I forgot my Tupperware.
So did I.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
I forgot mine too.
I'll run down to Vaughn's after the show, and I'll get some of those tubs, and I'll bring them back up.
Before you do that, I'm going to check the break room because sometimes we have. You did.
Yeah,
oh, you're on top of it.
Few.
Oh,
I already went through
yes, Paul with Paul's Paella is
It's
going to be
amazing.
here cooking up. In fact, he's probably pulled it up right now.
He said he was
set
going to.
up,
Yeah,
right?
he should be here. He's going to be
The
here
only
at
thing I know
6.
about paella is it's from the Philippines.
It's actually from Spain.
Spain, I believe, right? Mm-hmm. But they may do. I mean, they do paellas.
Probably do a version of something
Really?
like that.
all over the world.
Yeah, but the thing about Paul is that what you're going to be so impressed with, Mark, is it's not just delicious, but it's a work of art that unfolds over hours. Because all the ingredients and the way he makes it
and the
look,
colors that he uses. You know,
and
picture
the cool
it,
thing
Mark.
Is, yeah, if you have an event that you need to be catered, it's so cost effective and it can feed so many people, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
So you're in for a treat today.
Huge.
Like a
I was
wagon wheel.
Googling it.
Yeah.
Googling paella. Yeah, it's fun.
You had to refresh your memory. Obviously, it's been a while since Mark has had paella. But you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of people, perhaps, there's people out there who have never had paella.
Yeah.
Well, I probably have had it. I just didn't know I had it.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah.
So I'm
Once
looking forward to that.
once you have Paul's, you'll remember that you have had it.
Tell viewers to stay for the whole process.
Stay for the whole process.
Why don't you come over and tell them, Tommy?
Tommy.
Starting at 7.
Tommy would like us to invite you to stay through the whole process, because we do go out there every hour, every half hour, and we update you on the progress, and you can see how it's
made and how it's done.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So it should
and
be
like you said,
fantastic.
it really is an art form
It
in
is.
itself.
And he's got utensils and things that he bought in Spain that are like 170 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's like it's a real deal.
His story too is also unique. So you'll
Well, I'm looking
reintroduce
forward to that.
you to Paul.
I have never met him before.
Nope, you'll like him a lot.
Yeah.
Great guy.
So, yeah, it's Spanish. Let's see, the unleavened bread from the Philippines. The bread is evidently from the Philippines. I don't know. Google paella.
Wow, he's
You
back.
guys, he's back. Paul Demek. Demek, right?
That's right.
Paul Demek with Paul's Paella. Come over here, Mark Mathis.
Hello.
Get in here.
Hello,
oh,
Paul.
my goodness.
How we doing?
Let me step out of the way.
Everybody in the world has been talking about you for the last 2 days and how great you are and how wonderful you are. And so you're going to be making. See, I thought paella was spelled P-I-A-Y-A. That's a different paella.
Yeah, it might be something else, too.
That's the first thing I asked you when I saw you. So, hey, now, take us through the process. You were telling me a little bit about the
I got a lot of Ottoman antiques, 200 years old. This is about 200. So,
holy cow.
Yeah, which is appropriate because this is medieval fusion food. Moorish technique, Roman carbon steel, and Iberian ingredients. And I've just kind of kicked it up.
Sure.
You know, with global markets, we get access to everything now, right? So I've really changed the ingredients, and I think of this as a big flat food canvas.
Right.
I like to make these things as good looking as possible.
So, I mean, take us to a little bit of the history for me.
Sure.
Where did it start? How did it start?
Where it started, who invented it, big controversy, but it's the same person invented this as invented combing your hair. Answer is everyone, everywhere.
Really?
To cook meat, chicken, and/or fish in a grain, every culture has that. The Spanish, basically, when rice was reintroduced into Spain by the Moors, and they brought, not rice reintroduced, but when they introduced it and reintroduced saffron, the Spanish, who knew carbon steel because of that Roman heritage, basically took these old, Middle Eastern trays, and instead of having it being copper and tin lined or brass or bronze, they made it out of carbon steel and used their local ingredients to cook rice. It's a great way to feed a lot of people quick and very well.
Yeah. Well, Jason's been bragging about you. Elizabeth has been bragging. This is the first time I've got to meet you. So let me do the weather real quick, and then you guys join us. Y'all can maybe ask questions that I missed or something. All right, let's do this. Or let's get going.
It's a process.
Mark, we were telling Paul that we missed him on so many different levels, not only because of the art and and the delicious paella that he makes, but the fact that when we were talking to you and you were coming here on Good Morning San Diego all the time, your business had really taken off. You were doing weddings, and then COVID happened. And we thought of you like, oh my gosh, what must you be going through? And what have you done in the last 15 months?
Well, you know, this is more of a passion than a business for me. So I was going a bit stir crazy, but I put a lot of my energy into redesigning patterns and designs, and did some experimenting with some other ingredients. And I assure you, you're going to notice they were good before, but they're a step up right now.
Really?
You're really going to like what you see today.
And I was just asking you, okay, coming out of the pandemic, are you booking orders now?
It's nuts.
Really?
I've never been this. I'm literally have to say no to more people than I can book because they're just come out of nowhere.
One thing we've talked about in the past is what you make. It's visually, it's a work of art. It is absolutely delicious, but if you're having an event, it's very cost effective for feeding a lot of people.
Yes,
right?
Especially the more people you have, and I use those bigger pans, you get that economy of scale, right? You know, when I do a 52-incher for a wedding, I can do 200 people for $10 a head. And it's like, you can't touch that.
Say it again, please.
You can't touch that.
Yeah.
So, but no, that's what I mean. It's efficiency with what this pan was always about. Is why they've used it for millennia in the Middle East. And the Spaniards just basically added carbon steel to it.
This is Mark's first walk around the block with us. You're going to see. We want to remind our viewers that this is going to be a progress throughout the morning. You're going to see. We're going to keep checking in with Paul like we always do, because it's fun to watch the progressions, and then the colors come in, and then the finished product is just mental.
Yeah.
So you're in for a treat.
Have y'all ever been to that restaurant where you can like tell them what to add to your plate, and then they put it in on a fire, and they
something like
that. Hey, we got to go to break. We'll be right back with Paul's Paella.
Yay, Paul's in the house.
Let's go outside and take a look at what Paul's doing as he gears up to make a couple of wheels for us. He's adding the oil. You see this, Mark? You don't want to miss a trick.
This is the very beginning.
And this is good ingredients. That's the key.
Yes, the spices. And then on top of that, the tools that he uses. I mean, didn't it blow your mind, Mark, that he was saying that some of this stuff is like 200 years old?
Yeah.
Yes.
200 years old. Some of the, like I said, basically his tools, like the things he's, going to use to cut and stir and...
So this one is going to be chicken and pork, and the smaller one is going to be vegetarian. Okay. Not vegan, but vegetarian. Yeah. So he's going to do it up. This is a progression you don't want to miss. It's really cool.
So he puts oil, and then he puts is that the spices, or is that the chicken? That's chicken and fish.
That's the chicken. That's the chicken and poultry.
Yeah, we just saw the bacon go in.
Yep.
But there's so many ingredients. I mean, it would be hard to even try to.
But it's watching the progression.
He would be able to.
Watching it being made is half the fun. I mean, and then you get to the finished product and you look at it and you don't even want to cut into it because it looks so beautiful.
Really?
Oh yeah. No, it's pretty amazing what this guy does.
Well, I remember the name of the restaurant. It's called the Genghis Grill. Have you ever been?
Genghis Grill? No.
You take basically you pick pork, fish, or whatever, and then you put all these ingredients. It's kind of like, and then they put it on the grill and they cook it up for you. But this is going to be, oh wow, look at all that stuff to his right.
Oh yeah. No, this guy's serious about it. And like he said, it's a passion for him.
Yeah.
And the pandemic, he took the time during the pandemic to kick things up a notch, so to speak, and add some new things and make some new designs. And
his story, too, we'll have to we'll have to ask him to remind us how he got started in this, because wasn't it when he was a military member?
He was in the Air Force in Spain.
He was in the Air Force in Spain, and that's how he got into cooking.
He had it for the first time. He's like, man, I got to learn this.
Really?
Yeah. That's how he learned to do it.
Well, it's like with Cali Comfort yesterday and Paul's Paellas today. It's really the good ones have such a passion for it. And well, this is going to be fantastic. I can't wait.
It's fun. It's fun to watch it come together.
We're excited for him. Plus, Paul's Paella out on our patio right now. Mark's headed out there to revisit with Paul. Oh, I bet it smells so good out there. We'll be right back.
Mark and Paul on the patio. A very important update coming your way,
I'm
folks.
telling you, I'm having the best time learning about this stuff. And I was just talking to him, and I said, you've been, this has been on the pan for a while. He's adding the rice now. What type of rice is that?
This is bomba. This is the Cadillac of Valencian rices for paella. So even in there you go.
There you go. Here's the rice.
La Bamba. La Bamba. Bamba rice. Calaspar is always good, Valencian rice. It absorbs 30% more liquid than other rice, and it evolved with paella, just like basmati did with Indian food, right? So you really, I mean, I won't stick to tradition, it doesn't make sense, but this rice you got to use. Little expensive, but you can get it on Amazon, and the best price is to get it in this little place called Pata Negra on Garnet Street,
right
next to Costa Brava, which is a paella restaurant.
No, why? Okay, and also I was saying, you've been cooking for a while on the pan. Is it, unlike barbecue? You said, like when you put it's on the grill too long, it dries it out. But then you say the longer it's here,
actually, it's exactly like barbecue. Low heat, slow. Low and slow.
Right.
If you do that, you allow the saffron and other flavors more time to get into the rice.
Now, why are you doing it in a cross?
Now, Bamba rice, Valencian rices, absorbs 30% more liquid than other rice. So if you put too much rice in, you might need more stock or liquid than the pan can hold. If you pour it in a cross, however, and it does not go above the bolts on the handle, you're good. So
wow. And this is the vegetarian one?
This is vegetarian, not vegan.
Not vegan, vegetarian. Now, is your meat done, or will it continue to absorb?
Oh, it's pretty much cooked, but it's going to release some more juices. I'm going to get the stock in there later. And I add a few more ingredients that can cook with the stock.
Check this out. I love how you present everything. These are spices that, and this is from...
The box is from India. The spices from all over the world.
I don't want to drop anything. I feel like I'm opening an antique.
Yeah,
look at that stuff.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
The purpose of that is I'll add that along with some saffron into my mortar pestle, grind it up, powderize it, add it to the small stock pot so it diffuses. And I know I can get that into the pan a whole lot more efficiently that way. So.
Man, you're great.
Thank you, sir.
Jason and Elizabeth were exactly right. You're fantastic.
Paul is going on the patio.
Paul's Paella. We have been checking in every hour. He is cooking up a feast.
The vegetarian one right here in the near ground.
And then, obviously, he is back in business, so to speak. COVID-19 pandemic basically put, Paul, well, he wasn't doing a whole lot of catering or anything like that because that wasn't a lot, but he is now.
People are
no kidding.
Trying to get an appointment.
But in the last 15 months, Mark,
look, he's putting the stock in now.
he's
That's the stock.
He's refined all of the recipes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, can I mention something about that catering thing?
When your mic is up, yeah.
Hello.
There you go, now do it.
On the catering deal, most everybody wants it on the weekends. He can come to your office, make all of this, and you can put it in Tupperware, whatever you want to put it in, refrigerate it for your party or whatever you're having. And because he says his weekends are, a lot of people are asking for weekends, but people make paella during the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. He can make it for you, and you can just box it up. Or maybe you want an office party or something like that, or it's just amazing what he can do.
And what else is cool is if you do that, if you have an office party or something like that, and he's cooking it there, the whole place is going to smell amazing.
Yeah.
It takes a few hours to make.
Yeah.
And we learned he uses Bamba rice because it can absorb more liquid than other
Yes, I think I asked that question twice, did I? I didn't get much sleep last night. My mind's not working very well today.
It's all those spices.
But no, he's so great.
I told you.
I know. And he has a great story, too, on how he, even got into...
Can I tell you something funny he just told me?
What's that?
He was running with the Bulls back in 1994. And he said that he was sleeping in the park and, shaving in the park because it was, running the Bulls, you can't get a place to stay.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, he 34 years old, 1994. I had no idea. Holy cow.
This is when we get a little decadent and do something very, very untraditional.
No, okay, this thing has taken on an entirely transformative what do you call it? Transformative look. I mean, I had no idea it was going to look like this.
Metamorphosis.
Yes!
Why not?
Thank you. The brain's not working today. Not a lot of sleep lately. Hey, so what are we doing here with the...
I believe a big flat surface like this is a food canvas.
Right.
And so I'm going to decorate every square inch of the surface. That's very, very untraditional, but that's okay, you know. If you do things completely traditional, you're doing paleo, and that's just not me.
Exactly.
So,
traditional stinks. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it makes sense, but tradition for tradition's sake, no. Of course, I'm a retired Air Force officer. We tend to be a bit iconoclastic.
Yeah,
you know?
I know. We the news business has been like that in the years past. Not anymore.
Oh
anyway.
my gosh.
Anyway, so hey, so what are we? Is this all going to be a kind of more solid, or will it be a liquid when it's all?
Oh no,
done?
that right now the bombo rice, it's in there. It's underneath. It's absorbing my stock.
Okay.
So, and I have the regular. This has got a chicken stock that's got a vegetarian stock, and they both have a saffron stock that I poured in earlier.
Golly.
So
now listen, you do this, you cater, and you're saying your weekends are getting filled up, but you can do it during the week.
Yeah. I mean, everyone wants the weekends, but I've done office parties downtown. You know, bring them to your house, cook whatever.
Yeah.
But whatever kind of occasion you might have during a weekday, this still works.
Come to the office.
And I'm more than happy. I'll come to your office. I'll come to your house. I'll come to a tailgate. You know.
And
whatever.
also, you can cook this, and everybody can just put it in pots, freeze it for a few days.
Well, I bring plenty of leftover containers.
Okay.
So it freezes. Next day with eggs. You know, you can reconstitute it with a little bit of chicken stock, have it again, and it freezes. You can freeze it, bring it out, and reconstitute it with some stock.
Yeah.
Just put it in a pot. Boom, you're good to go. It feeds. I mean, this feeds a lot of people.
And if people want to get a hold of you and say, hey, listen, I want you to come cook for me, where do they go?
My webpage, www.Paul's Paellas. It's an S after Paul, S after Paella. Okay.
.com?
.com. Or you can go to my Instagram, Paul's Paellas.
Okay. And just get in touch with you and say, hey.
My phone number's on both those sites.
I'm telling you what, and for this feed, you said this feeds how many?
This 32-inch will feed 20 to 40 based on how much rice.
Golly!
So my side paella will feed up to about 15.
Wow.
So, and if I don't usually do paellas that small, but if you order a regular paella, I will give you the option of a small paella for those people with dietary restrictions.
You are fantastic, and I just wish, I know everybody has HD TV, but if you could just smell this and see it, and it is, and Jason and Liz were right. It's everything that they said it was going to be. All right, hey, we are out with Paul from Paul's Paella. Now, and I'm telling you, folks, the creation of this, the metamorphosis of this, what's another word? Help me out. Give me another word. Metamorphosis.
I think you got 'em.
The creation, the evolution of this.
There you go.
This is fantastic. And so now, like, when people, do they like scoop from each?
I will serve them directly.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's important. Otherwise, everyone's picking out all the shrimps and stuff like that.
Right.
So I actually come up and they come to their plate. I got plates over here, and I will serve them up. They go back.
Wow.
If it's a wedding, sometimes they have servers, and they'll take 2 or 3 and kind of fill up the tables, whatever. But it's scooped right out of the pan when this is all done.
Woo! Now look, folks, we talked about this earlier, but I want to help this guy out because not help him out, but you are so busy on the weekends.
Yeah,
like you're full.
Yeah.
But Monday through Friday, you're like, hey, I can cook Monday through Friday too.
No problems at office parties.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a great time for
do you
it,
wear the outfit?
I wear the outfit.
I want to get one of those outfits.
Sure.
Heck yeah.
You got to run the bulls.
Do you
That's
really?
from Pamplona, yeah.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
I'll be
I ran
down
it in '94.
Yeah.
That's when I got exposed to paella, actually.
I told the story about your mom earlier.
Oh my gosh, really? I got busted in Pamplona by my mom. I'm an Air Force major, and mom sees me running the bulls on ESPN. It's like, yeah, that cost me.
But you did. But you did. How much longer, does this have until it is at fruition?
I'm not really at the point now. I'm just decorating. And I'm going to kind of take my time to let those flavors seep in. If I wanted to rush this, I can have this done in maybe another 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll shoot for 10 o'clock maybe.
Yeah, 10 a.m.
So so.
Got about an hour?
Yeah, sure. So
That's fantastic.
I can always prolong it. I just can't speed it up.
Yeah.
And it's just like
I'm going to be one of those people.
There you go. But it's like barbecue, the low and slow, and that goes out better. Whoops, I'm dropping things.
I'll buy some off of you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, let me turn this thing off. I'm probably getting an order for paella. I'm sorry. Yes, I am. Every time I cook for you guys, I get calls.
All right, perfect. So you take checks? I said I was going to buy some from you and asked if you took checks.
That's no problem. You get a free meal today.
All right, kids. You got about an hour.
Got an appetite. There's plenty of food.
Okay.
There's plenty of food.
Well, that's what Jason and Liz said.
Yeah.
So they said you might need to bring an extra plate. But
there you go.
Anyway, we're excited to have you here.
I'm excited to be back.
And this has lived up. Usually when Jason tells me something's going to be great, it's not. But this has lived up to everything he said.
Works. Yeah.
All right,
your hyperbole is justified. Yeah.
We'll be back.
Excellent.
All right, let's take a live look outside as we get the 9 o'clock hour going right here. Oh, Paul's Paella.
One of the highlights of Good Morning San Diego this morning. It's great to have Paul back out on our patio. Paul, a San Diegan who turned a passion into, well, a masterpiece. I mean, he creates these masterpieces, right?
He does.
By, creating these paellas that are beautiful and they're delicious, and he caters. It's kind of a business now for him.
And think about it, if you're having an office party or an office event, not only do you get this amazing paella, which by the way looks like a work of art. It's not. It's almost so beautiful when he finishes it, you don't even want to eat it.
He started this at the end of the 6 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
Toward the end of the 6, so it's been cooking.
But if he's cooking it at your office or party, if you could smell that,
Yeah.
You'd have 3 hours of that.
Yeah.
Smell just wafting around your office.
Yeah.
And then everybody gets
it's
to
like
dig
he
in.
is creating a masterpiece.
And
He's like, instead of painting, he's,
Right. And it's
placing
very cost
the
effective.
food.
It's very cost effective, very
Yes.
affordable, and it's healthy too. So
And you'll
we'll
be
check in with
helping out
Paul.
local business.
He said about 10 o'clock this one will be done. So we've got another hour or so. So stay with us.
Coming up here on Good Morning San Diego, we have a guest cooking up something very special out on our patio. It's Paul with Paul's Paellas. That's right, Paul is here, and look how this is coming along. We're gonna do another check-in when we come back.
Let's get outside. DeMarcus out on the patio giving us a weather update and an update on Paul's progress with his
You're thinking
paella.
of
Paul's progress on his
Oh, my
paellas.
Yes.
Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the famous, the infamous Paul. And folks, I came out here just a minute ago. I'm like, the attention to detail on this. I'm like, where did it go? We had chicken, we had sausage, and where did it go? But this is amazing. This is amazing. I mean, holy cow.
Okay.
So now, what are you doing now?
This is where I really deviate from just about anybody else, is I believe in decorating every square inch. In Spain, if you do it right, it's low and slow.
Right.
And during all that time where it's cooking, they're drinking wine.
Right.
In Valencia, they even refer to this as barbecue. It's what you guys doing on Sunday, right?
Right.
Hey, you're paying me money, I'm not going to be drinking wine.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
But you're paying me money, So
Jason, Liz, and I have been drinking all morning.
I love this program.
That's the reason it's such a great show.
Yeah, who needs Fox? Anyway, but I like to take that time and actually make it as presentable as possible.
It is beautiful. I mean, I just can't say enough good things. Jason and Liz built you up so much yesterday that I was thinking, okay, there's nobody that's that good. You are that good.
Well, thank you.
Folks are, if they want to come and they want to hire you for their office party, they want to hire you for the weekend or weekend cookout.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to have to schedule for the weekends for a few months in advance. But during the week, you are free.
Yeah, you know, like I'm thinking like office parties.
Sure.
Let me come for school time, lunchtime.
Sure.
You know,
whatever event that they may have during the week.
You know, any kind of job. I've worked in factories before, machinery all over the place.
Yeah.
You know, the guys they met their quota, so he gave an artisan paella. You know.
And this feeds this is about 20 people. This one feeds about 40.
Well, this feeds between 20 and 40. This is a side paella. It feeds up to like 15. This is for your people with dietary restrictions.
Okay.
So, typically, so I mean, vegetarian, vegans, pescatarian, you know.
And this is, I just can't say enough good things about it. It is just absolutely beautiful. And to see the evolution, huh?
You gotta feed the eyes, like my mom used to say, you know?
Well, and the evolution of this is what is just fascinating. And I didn't really know that much about paellas. Paella.
We could talk a lot more about it if you want.
Anyway,
in Lubbock, Texas, they called it papaya, and I couldn't get them to stop. Yeah.
Well, this is great. So you're taking these out, and then that is the presentation.
Yeah. And I already I cranked up it on max for about a minute.
Yeah.
You heard me counting earlier.
Right.
That was to get like a little caramelization on the bottom, which is called socarat.
Right.
That's a little tough with the bigger pans, but you can do it.
So this whole presentation, like how long does this take you? You said about 3 days?
3 days, 1 day at the shop, 1 day to chop, and then you got me all day when I'm cooking. So I come when you want, I get it ready when it's done. I'll stay around as long as you need.
Yeah.
You know, you only can do one of these a day anyway.
Yeah.
And
it was such an honor to meet you. We've got one more hit at 10 o'clock.
Alrighty.
And that's going to be the big reveal.
Yeah, that's where you're going to try some.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be my first.
Yeah.
It'll be my first. One more hit with Mr. Paul, and
we'll eat.
We'll eat.
Bring that crew out here.
I will. They can come after me. After I'm done with what I want to, what I. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Paul. We'll see you in just a bit. Let's send it back to Jason and Liz.
All right. Gosh, never fails to disappoint.
No, it looks
You
so
may
never
pretty.
disappoints.
Mayor Paul.
Said that wrong. Yes, he never disappoints.
It looks pretty.
That's what I
looks
meant.
great.
Yeah, they all do.
Thank you, guys.
I like it.
It looks
Never
great.
do the same one twice.
Really?
Never does the same one twice.
No, it's unique.
And we're going to check out the final product, Paul's Paellas. He has been working since 6 o'clock this morning on these two masterpieces.
Look at that.
So, we've got that coming up.
All right, stick around. We've got plenty of fun on the way.
Let's head out to the patio once again. It's been a flurry of activity there.
I know there's a lot going on. We'll start with Mark.
Going and I'm I come on the weekends. I'm going to get in shape.
Sort of.
Hey.
Because you're going to eat so much. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, round is a
We
shape.
feed you, Paul. We feed you on the weekends.
You know what? You guys are great. I've always said I love coming on the weekends. Hey, all right. So, finished product, Paul.
Yep, sure is.
Paul's Paellas. You want him to come cook? Go to paulspaellas.com and just say, hey, come cook for me. So what do we got?
We have a 32-inch chicken and pork and sausages. Lots of flavor in this. This is my smallest pan, but when you order this one,
That's the smallest pan?
yeah, I got a 36, a 40, a 45, and a great big old 52 after this. If you got a small army. But if you order one of these, I will, in that case, make a smaller one for those with dietary restrictions.
Okay.
Vegans, pescatarians, what have you.
Yeah.
Okay?
So, what is you covered it with peas and beans.
Black beans and peas and
That's
hominy
beautiful.
and pepper and quail egg, cherry tomatoes.
Is this what really kind of makes it the paella? I mean, I know you would put
That's
all
what
those.
makes it my paella.
Right.
Yeah. In Valencia, Paella Valencia, they kind of just put the stuff on there.
Right.
It's beautiful in its own little chaotic way.
Right.
You know, I just think it's big and it's flat and it's, to me, it says canvas.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing.
It's just great. So how do you serve it? That's the big
I
question.
take a spoon, you grab a plate, and
Here's my plate.
yeah, where's my spoon? I got one hanging over there. There
Yeah,
we
there's
go.
one right there.
So you want a vegetarian, a chicken pork, a little both?
The chicken pork, please.
You ready? First scoop.
Y'all want a bite?
Regret with the first scoop that goes away with the first bite. Boom, boom. And a little caramelization
Wow.
there. That's socarat. That's good stuff.
Holy cow.
A little more?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank
a
you.
Big chunk of chicken thigh there.
Buen provecho.
Buen provecho. Forks over there, napkins over there.
Here we go, Jason. Liz?
Success.
Let's see it.
This is a first for Mark.
I told you
This
you
is
were in for a
first.
treat.
Yeah, you know what, Jason and Liz, you guys did. You guys built this guy up so much, and I was thinking, holy cow, who's that good?
Hey,
He's
you know
that
what?
good.
You know what? I should make sure I didn't poison you, huh? Okay.
What? What'd you? Oh.
Oh, he's got to do the taste
All right,
test.
here's the first,
Go for it.
first paella. Wow.
Everything gets.
Has
that
anybody
bomb
ever said, I didn't like it?
up. No one is currently around.
That is so
No, you
good.
can't. The flavor you can't go wrong. Low, slow. Put the ingredients in there you want. You can't go wrong.
And now the oil, is that the olive oil that or is that more of the...
You're tasting a lot of the juices coming out of the vegetables and the meat.
My mouth
Oh, really?
is watering right
Yeah.
now. I don't know
All
about
natural.
you. My mouth is watering.
So,
That stuff's so good.
Golly.
I told you. Told you.
And it looks so beautiful. Even when you're eating it,
That-
the paella looks beautiful,
That's
right?
true, Liz.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's just colorful, it's tasteful, it's beautiful, it's just amazing, Paul.
thank you very much.
It really is.
Thank you very much.
It's so good. It really
appreciate it.
is. And I can't thank you enough for coming out today.
You bet.
You're just incredibly kind. And
Tell your
you're-
crew to get out here. We got plenty.
yeah, that. Most of this is going to be for me. But, yeah, I'll get them out here a little bit later. But let's talk a little bit about the weather if we can. We are going to have warming conditions. It's muggy out here now. Showers and thunderstorms Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Mountains and deserts. We have an excessive heat warning. We have an Enrique to the south. That's my Enrique dance. Anyway, Enrique to the south, going to bring some rainfall, going to kick up the waves. And you didn't listen to the weathercast yesterday, did you? Because you have a sweater on. One of the production crew. Anyway, it's going to be a nice week. It's going to be nice right on through the 4th of July. Paul,
Sir.
thank you. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Glad to be back.
Yeah,
Been a
welcome
while,
back.
man.
Welcome back.
Good to be back.
The city's opened up and we're getting going.
Oh, yes, it has.
All right. Where am I sitting? Liz, Jason, back over to you.
All right. Well, you know, great work by Paul.
There we go.
Man, that is so
And
good.
he does do catering and all that stuff. He's got a great story
You're cooking it right.
about
You
how
can't
he
go wrong with
started
flavor.
this
Oh, right.
passion turn, you know, business,
Turn
if you will.
business.
So, good job.
So glad he's back.